They're all the guys, five of those guys
Cuídalo.
And welcome. If you had any doubt as to why we limited you to 2 tickets, I hope that you understand now why. We have a capacity of 390. I have 130 students with 2 tickets each. We are at 390. We're as full as we can possibly be. But welcome to our 5th annual 5th grade promotion. I'm Wendy Hudson. I'm the principal of Custom Memorial Academy. We are very excited for today, and we hope that you are too. At this time, I would like to invite our Student Council President, Garrett McQuaid, to come up and lead us.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
Number of students who submitted speeches about their memories of TMA. We selected 3, so they're going to come up here in just a moment and give those to you. Our first one is Olivia Pinnox.
Fifth graders, the time has come when we have to go our separate ways. We leave new friends, old friends, or we just might be lucky enough to see them for the next 3 years of our life. We have to leave, but we'll take with us the wonderful 6 years of memories. Between choosing your best friend every time for checking work, and our crazy class parties, and we did always put too much icing on our cookies, didn't we? And we always ended up shoving them in our faces. And when we did plays in front of the upper graders, wow, that was embarrassing. And I know we will all miss some of the people we spent these years with. Between the basketball players, the athletes, the so-called squads, and the people we talk to but never hang out with. We will miss them as well. Most of all, we will miss the teachers. They have taught us so many things, from 3+2 to PEMDAS and simplifying fractions, writing poems to persuasive essays. We can't thank them enough. And lastly, Mrs. Hudson. We have to leave her as well. She has remembered all of our names, made us prepared for fires, earthquakes, and intruders. Middle school principals might not be as amazing as her. In the end, we will miss everybody. Just remember, this is just the beginning.
Okay, I'm always the first.
student since I was 6 years old. I can't believe that the year is about to end, and it's almost time for us to go. When I first started TMA in first grade, I was a little bit nervous. This was a new school, and I didn't know many people. But throughout the times, I made new friends, and it became a more comfortable environment. I had very supportive and nice teachers who helped me when I stumbled upon something. They made learning super fun. Sometimes we also got to play games related to the assignment or project. I made many memories while the years flew by. I loved the overnight field trip in 4th grade and an outdoor ride in 5th. I remember in 3rd grade we had a Native American rotation where we got to do many things that the natives did back then. Also, I remember my times in the volleyball team in the playoffs this year. Last year I was so sad when we didn't make it in the playoffs, but this season we got 2nd place. This is the first time the boys team got 2nd place. I had many fun times playing with my friends and enjoying the years at TMA. This school has made me a true scholar and has taught me many things. I learned the gate icons and content imperatives. I also learned the scholarly attributes, which helped me in my years at TMA. There are some important things we always had to do throughout the years, such as in 5th grade, our teacher always used to tell us to encourage, which was one of her main rules. But the 3 things I'll never forget are the 3 things they ask for you every day. Be respectful, be responsible, and build relationships. I wouldn't have been the person I am today without the school. I think TMA has prepared me for my future. I'll never forget all the amazing teachers that have helped me throughout my 5 memorable years at TMA. Even when I'm an adult, I'll never forget TMA. I thank all my teachers and staff once again for making my years at TMA the best. By thinking about TMA and how it helped me throughout the years, I know I'll succeed in the future. Here are some things I liked about my teachers. In 1st grade, I had Mrs. Smith and Foreman. I remember that we used to do a song about Friday, and every Friday we used to show it to other classes. In 2nd grade, I remember Mrs. Clinton. She liked aliens a lot, so we did a lot of projects relating to aliens. In 3rd grade, I had Mrs. Mahar, and she made learning very fun, and she helped me with a lot of things. She was also very funny. My social studies teacher in 3rd grade was Mrs. Shenton. She was nice, funny, and kind. And I also had Mrs. Blesky for my math teacher in 3rd grade. In 4th grade, I had Mrs. Hyler. She had many posters and stickers about monkeys and a lot of yellow in her room. And my math teacher in 4th grade was Mrs. Tooley. She was super funny. And my 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Mulligan. She was very funny and always makes random songs up. She's also very picky if we do not write the formulas in math. She always used to say, Step 1, write the formula. Step 2, substitute. And Step 3, solve. And my awesome volleyball coach, Mr. Inga, who helped me sharpen my volleyball skills and made my times at volleyball the best. Last but not least, our amazing principal, Mrs. Hudson. I think TMA is very fortunate to have such an awesome principal. I'm thankful for the friendly staff too. I'm grateful to TMA and all my teachers and principals who helped me on my first step of education. Thank you.
And our last speech is from Alicia Lee.
TMA has changed me in more ways than I could have ever imagined. At the beginning of my time here, I was just a girl fresh out of kindergarten. But now, by the end of this year, I'm ready to move on to middle school. And it's all because of those who helped me succeed. First, I want to give my acknowledgments to those who have contributed to what I've become. I give my thanks to my family who supported me, and to my teachers, especially Mrs. Goodman, who taught me so much. I also thank Mrs. Hudson, our wonderful principal who runs the school. There are, of course, many others who helped as well. TMA is a place of learning and imagination. It's the greatest school that I've ever known. Here at TMA, you learn so many things. But not only do you learn a lot, learning is also fun. I had a great time here at TMA. I made some friends and did some fun activities. I mean, the worst thing here is homework, but that's not even that bad. Even the projects were fun, like an autobiography of our life. We also went on educational field trips, such as outdoor ed and the Go Rush field trip in 4th grade. Both of these field trips taught me a lot, like how to be independent. And here, there were great clubs I could join. I joined TMA Times, which is the school newspaper, and it definitely helped me become a better writer. Sometimes you learn things that are so enjoyable that it doesn't feel like you're learning at all, like in the garden, where you learn things about the outdoor plants and nature. There's so many things I love about TMA. The classroom, the playground, the garden, what's not to love. Most of my greatest memories come from TMA. I really can't believe how my time to go to middle school has come so soon. For me, I've been here at TMA for 5 years, and in those 5 years, I learned so many valuable traits, most of them character traits. I learned how to be selfless, loyal, independent, and more. And though others have been here for a longer or shorter amount of time, I'm sure that they've learned some of these traits too. We all have, and that's what makes TMA so great. You don't only learn by reading and math and such, but you learn how to be a better person, how to be kinder, or how to be a harder worker. You learn at the very least one thing. Now, it's going to be our time to move on and become 6th graders. I'm ready to go to middle school to meet new teachers and classmates and make new friends. Sometimes, when you start a new place, it can be hard to adapt. It might even be scary. But 5th grade has prepared me for the next stage of education, and I think that middle school will be a breeze, just as easy as elementary. TMA has taught me what to expect when we go to middle school, and that's why I'm ready. I, like the majority of the other 5th graders here, will sorely miss TMA. We've all been here for a while, and in that period of time, we have made so many memories and friends. For me, TMA will always hold a special place in my heart, and I will never forget this school. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Alicia. And thank you to all the students that submitted speeches. You did a great job. All right, our next speaker is actually Grace Mulligan, who is our Student Council Vice President. She's going to tell us about her class.
In order to raise money to purchase our class gift, the 5th graders sponsored a bake sale and sold flowers at this year's township. With the money we raised, the class of 2015 would like to present Testa Memorial Academy with a bench and umbrella to go behind the new playground equipment on the primary playground. Thank you to the 5th grade parents who donated baked goods, and especially to Mrs. Pham for organizing the sales, and Mrs. Kubaska and Mrs. Weisberg for organizing the sales. For selecting the bench. Our gift has allowed us to leave a lasting memory of TMA from the 5th grade class. And here's the plaque that will go with the bench.
Of our 131 5th graders leaving us this year, 81 of you have been at TMA since you first began kindergarten.